What started as one single tweet has become an international movement. Topping the news tonight, a man is dead after a fall from a cliff at Devil's Lake State Park. Jenna Middaugh is live in Sauk County tonight with the latest. Jenna, what can you tell us? We're following a developing story tonight in Kenosha County. One person has been killed and two others were shot during an altercation at the Great Lakes Dragway. The condition of the injured isn't known at this time. Kenosha County deputies say the shooting was a result of rival gangs from Milwaukee and Chicago going head-to-head. President-elect Donald Trump says today he intends to dissolve his charitable foundation. He says he wants to avoid any conflict of interest between the Donald J. Trump Foundation and his role as president. Trump released a statement saying he doesn't want to allow good work to be associated with a possible conflict of interest. In what has been an active and destructive hurricane season already, the Gulf Coast is bearing down once again. Welcome back. You may have noticed the traffic downtown is pretty busy right now. That's going to continue throughout this Labor Day weekend as 250,000 people are expected to attend Taste of Madison. Before lawmakers reconvene budget negotiations at the state capitol tomorrow, the governor spent his 4th of July at one of Wisconsin's largest Independence Day parades. At least 25,000 came out to the Wauwatosa parade, which included nearly 100 marching bands and floats. With that many people, safety is a concern, but Governor Walker says fear won't keep him or other politicians from celebrating the 4th. Gyms are riding the popularity wave of water-based exercise. Get it? Wave. But this class isn't for your grandparents. Well, stick around. There's much more to come here on News 3 at 6, including the Better Business Bureau warning people to be cautious when they look to buy pets online. We'll have their tips for making a safe purchase. Oh, when we come back.
No shoes, why not, right?
That's like the ultimate dad get-up right there.
Yes. Oh, there were more dads like that. For sure.
An inspiration to dads everywhere.
Everywhere. Strive to be like John Daly.
Tonight on Fox, as the search for a Janesville fugitive continues, we talk to schools about keeping children safe. We hear from Rock County officials tonight. And later, a Janesville police officer speaks out about his previous run-in with the man at the center of it all, Joseph Jakubowski. Thanks for joining the 1-hour Fox 47 News at 9. I'm Chris Gothner. Michelle has the night off. First at 9, while the manhunt for Joseph Jakubowski continues, law enforcement officials now say schools are less of a target for Jakubowski than they originally thought. Our Jenna Middaugh reports from Rock County.
Student safety, staff.
Fox 47 News at 9.
District officials say they'll be talking to police over the weekend and into Monday as they assess the situation. Students are set to come back to school Tuesday. An announcement will be made on Monday whether school will be in session and, if so, how it will operate. Meanwhile, Rock County deputies believe Jakubowski sent his manifesto to a number of associates. The sheriff's office says it doesn't contain specific threats, but focuses on a strong dislike for police and religion. Authorities don't know how many people may have received a copy of the 161-page handwritten document, but they say they're still analyzing it.
There is a great deal of anger towards government, towards society as a whole, towards what he believes is an unfairness towards the masses. He speaks of the police being used to keep average citizens enslaved. He uses the word slave quite a bit.
Sheriff Spoden says in many of the pages, Jakubowski's thoughts seem to ramble and aren't always clear. He suspects people who may have received the manifesto didn't realize the significance of the documents. The ongoing manhunt for Jakubowski is raising security concerns. The Easter egg hunt at Governor Walker's executive residence has been canceled. It had been scheduled for Saturday. And developing tonight, police in southeast Wisconsin are investigating a threat mailed into a church. The Waukesha County Sheriff's Department says the threat was mailed by a person claiming to be Jakubowski. The written threat is directed at unspecified churches in the Sussex area, threatening unspecified violence on Easter Sunday. Right now, the threats and the author are unsubstantiated. Aside from his latest crimes, Jakubowski has a sordid past. That includes attacking a Janesville police officer. Our Keely Arthur spoke to that officer today and has his story.
It is nearly decades for him to come forward.
Certainly an extensive investigation for law enforcement. Keely Arthur in the Fox Center tonight. Thanks, Keely. The Janesville community is coming together to support its officers. The search is requiring long hours from Janesville police, and today Barclay's Burgers, Brews and Dogs in Janesville opened its doors, welcoming neighbors to donate food and supplies to help police.
Just to help them out every day. You know, I think it's very important they're giving up their lives, they're giving up their whole livelihood. You know, I think it's just important.
Reporting law enforcement is nothing new to Meehan. His nephew, Ryan Copeland, was a police officer and passed away in a tragic car accident in Dane County back in 2015. Turning now to Bob Lesh, who has the first Foxcast. How are things looking, Bob?
Well, for right now, pretty nice. We are drying up in just a little while.
All right, thanks, Bob. Next on Fox, residents of a West Side neighborhood say they're disappointed at the sentence a Dane County judge gave this week to a man police have called a prolific burglar. 23-year-old Roderick Williams faced dozens of misdemeanor and felony charges related to burglary, theft, and receiving stolen property. He pleaded guilty to some of those charges and received a 90-day jail sentence with 5 years probation from Judge Ellen Burrs. Some in the Meadowwood neighborhood are calling that sentence lenient and are worried he'll strike again.
He'll be out on the street again. And yes, he has a history of that, and there's no reason to believe that he has changed.
Williams will also have to complete community service and get his GED. Burrs' office says tonight it would be inappropriate to comment on the sentencing. Madison police are investigating after multiple children were found covered in fecal matter and living in a home officers say was in complete disarray. Officers executed a search warrant yesterday afternoon at this home on Hammersley Road. Madison Police Special Victims Unit, a forensic team, and Child Protective Services all responded on a welfare check of 4 children. The search warrant came after police were called to the home on April 1st. A criminal complaint for that incident says that 31-year-old Brittany Pearson and 58-year-old Will Weaver were found overdosed on heroin by Pearson's mother when she came to check on the children. The complaint states 3 of the children were found unattended and covered in feces. Pearson and Weaver were arrested and charged with possession of narcotic drugs and 3 counts each of child neglect.
And in these type of cases in particular, we're not looking at punitive repercussions, and although those certainly can be there, but what we're really is trying to do as best we can is help the family heal.
The home on Madison's west side has been investigated 3 times in the past 2 months. About a month ago, a man was found dead from a drug overdose. Next tonight, neighbors of the Madison Kip Corporation on the city's east side want more action from the company to clean up contaminants both in the soil, water, and they want more monitoring of air quality. The State Journal reports today that toxins were recently traced to an underground pipe that drains water from the plant. A Justice Department lawsuit from 2012 has yet to be settled. Coming up next on the Hour News at 9, the U.S. drops the largest non-nuclear bomb ever used in combat. We'll tell you where and why the White House decided to take such action. Plus, a little later, move over eBay, a look at the top consignment sites that are offering high-end designer brands for bargain prices. The story in tonight's Business Brief. And in about half an hour, more than a cover, look at the challenge that women surgeons all over the world are taking, including here in Madison. They're weighing in tonight. Stay with us.